Hey guys, Alison here from Lavender Village Arts and Crafts, and we are down to day number 6 of the 12 days of Christmas. Halfway there. Let's take a look at the die behind the number 6 window. It's a present. All right, so this has got multiple pieces in it as well. I mean, they all do, but this is kind of fun. Okay, so we got the outline of the present box. We've got the inside that you stitch. We've got this like decorative top, which I think you could stitch as well. And then we have the bow, which would be really fun to cut out of a metallic, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna gather some supplies, do some die cutting, and then I will hit you back. I have gone for a little bit of a different color scheme, I guess, and I am not sure which of the blues I'm gonna use for the topper yet. So we've got green present with a dark blue topper, and then I cut out the bow with both the glitter, just to see what it looks like, and the brushed gold. Both are fine. I think the glitter is kind of fun. Now I just want to see what this looks like with the lighter blue. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards this dark blue, so I'm just gonna put that one aside. So that's gonna be my present. Now I just have to decide what color of thread. Do I continue with the gold or do I get a different color? So let's look at our thread choices. Where's my packet? We've got light blue, variegated. We've got this yellow. Got the dark blue. We've got green. Got green variegated or solid green. You know what? I'm gonna try this green. I think I'm gonna like that. And like before, I'm going to separate my strands. I want 3. If I can get 3, that would be great. Okay, I think I will start with the big present. Now we've got 4 starbursts. There's also this center section. Because this middle bit is going to be covered with the glitter bow, I'm not going to worry about that. So I'm just going to do the 4 starbursts. And as always, you come up through the center. I'm going to tape my tail at the back. Keep it in place. And we're just going to go around the starburst. So down through one, up through the middle, kind of holding the strands at the back with my finger to keep them nice and taut. I feel like I'm repeating myself, so if you've been watching a lot of these videos, I think I say the same thing in each video. Maybe it's worth repeating. So very simply, just around each starburst. The nice thing about these dies so far anyways is that they've been fairly simple. I mean, the snowflake from yesterday was probably the most fiddly one we've had so far, just because it had all the little pieces of the snowflake. I don't even know what to call those. Spokes, branches, points, I guess. Oh, find my middle. So there's one done, and then I will continue. I'll do all the other, the rest of them and come back. Last bit done. Stick another little bit of washi back there to secure that tail. And my starburst is done, or all my starbursts are done. I am thinking, because these holes are actually fairly large, so I'm thinking I might take the outline of the present and cut another piece for the back, and I'm thinking gold, because the other reason I'm thinking gold is because I'm going to use the gold thread on that blue topper. So let's do a little bit more die cutting. Pull out that gold thread. Move this to one side. Ooh, I might have cut off the corner there. So the die moved, but it's not going to matter. I don't think. Let's just check and make sure that we've got all 4 corners. We do. Yay. It doesn't matter because it's going to be hidden behind this. Okay, so while I am actually, I was going to glue this together, but I can sandwich that bit. So let's get the gold thread going. Now, I think we're going to make a bit of an X with this. Let's just see here. First, we got to tape it down at the back. I guess they're crosses. So I'm going to sew through these 4 holes, and then there are these other little, I don't know if you can see it on the camera in the dark cardstock, these little crossed pieces, but I don't know if there's a way to stitch those as well. I don't really cut through. Okay, so I found a way. So now I've got these teeny tiny little starbursts. So I'm going to continue doing that, and then we can assemble. It is time to assemble my card. So I have trimmed down my background paper to fit my card base. And then I die cut just a piece of white cardstock with this nested die set that I had pulled out, tried to see if it would work for another card, which I ended up not using it. But I think it'll be perfect to sort of accentuate the squareness of the present. So, done that. And before I put the present on, I want to stamp a sentiment. So I went back to this picket fence one. I think this was picket fence, something like that. And I'm going to do this sentiment: may your holiday be full of love, laughter, and cheer. I think that's a good sentiment for a card with a present on it. And since all my other ones have been stamped in black, I'm just going to keep that up. And keeping in mind that my present is going to take up most of the rest of this piece of white cardstock, I just want to stamp it down at the bottom. straight as I can. I was not super straight. Oh well. And let's get assembling. I'm just going to let that dry for a tiny bit while I stick adhesive on the back of this one. All these cards are a standard, what they call A2 size, which is 4¼ inches by 5½. Don't ask me what that is in centimeters. I know I'm in Canada and I'm supposed to know centimeters, but for measurements, especially for cards and anything remotely interior designish, I am feet and inches. Yeah, I know. It's a strange country we live in. Anyways, yeah, so that just fits in a regular sort of invitation envelope. If I were making these cards for myself and like things that I make in the future with these dies and whatnot, I could make in any size I wanted, really. I'm going to pull this down towards the bottom because that topper is going to sit up above. It's going to overlap the white and the sort of burlap frame there. Okay, so let's, I think I'll just wet glue this. So once I have got all this glue on and sandwich them together, I will, oops, weight it down. Oh yeah, I was going to put that in between, wasn't I? This one, I think I will just use a little bit of my double-sided tape. And we're just going to line this up. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to go together, but I sort of thought it would work this way. And then sandwich this on top. And then actually these guys are going to get wet glued on as well. So let's just glue this and then put the weights on the whole thing. Probably should have done this and then got all the other pieces of my card ready. That one I think we'll just have to glue to the card. Okay. So let's, yep, just fiddling. And where'd all my books go? Here they are. Just gonna let that dry for 2 secs. I'll put double-sided tape on the back of that piece of the card, the paper pieces, and glue on at the top there. So the only other thing I need are some gems. And where did my gems go? So do I want those ones or the honeybee ones that we were using? I think these ones might be a little bit more appropriate, actually. Yeah, I think this sort of goldy color will work. So I'm going to get some of these on right now while that glue is sort of setting a bit. I can do my sort of favorite top and bottom placement. and then we'll see where else we need it. Okay, so let's get some double-sided adhesive on the back of this. The other thing I love about this tape is that it tears so easily. Some of the double-sided tape on the market, you actually need to cut with scissors, which personally would slow me down. So I love that I can just tear this with my fingers. Okay. Try and somewhat center that. And then we can glue this one on top. I just realized that there is a little piece that didn't cut out properly. See if I can gently poke it out without getting glue everywhere, because I've of course glued the back of it. Okay. Alrighty. So that's just gonna sit there. And I don't think it needs much more in the way of embellishment, really. But when has that ever stopped me, really? Okay, so there we are. That is day number, what was that? 5, 6? What day are we up to? 6. Lost track. Okay. Thanks for joining me for another day, and I will see you again tomorrow for day number 7. Bye.